Thank you. Thank you. Well, as you can see, a shepherd. Ad lib your way out of that. So that's why you were quiet. You'd been rehearsed into singing Happy Birthday. How much had you got to do with it? Well, thank you. I'm really very touched. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. And it's very nice. And not many people remember that it's... No, none of my family remembered when I left the house this morning. Somebody in the paper said I was going to Spain. We just got rid of him. Thank you. It's 3 years. Well, yeah. I had to be reminded of it myself, because it doesn't seem like 3, does it? It's more like 23. It's 7, thank you. Can he be removed, please? Thank you for the thought. 3 years. We'll keep on here until we get it right. Now, later, I'll be talking to Joan Baez, a legendary figure for anybody who was growing up in the 60s. A legendary photographer, Kosh of Ottawa, who's given the old F8 and a 60th to just about every famous personality in the world in the last 50 years. We've also got music from country star Daniel O'Donnell making his debut here. Whee! Let joy be unconfined. But now, birthday night here at the Television Theatre. 3 years ago this week, the world had never heard of Angie or Lofty or Dirty Den or Albert Square or the Vic. But since that first episode when Pauline Fowler discovered she was having a baby and Nick Cotton, Dot's boy, had a punch-up with Ali Osman and Reg Cox died, EastEnders has become part of the warp and woof of our lives. These days, though, with all the comings and goings, there's almost as much excitement off the screen as there is on. Anyway, let's talk to 4 of the cast who are still there. Kathy, Shell, Sharon and Colin. Or put it another way, Gillian Taylforth, Letitia Dean, Susan Tully, Michael Cashman. Oh, that's yours as well. Oh, nice. That's a big one. We'll go and sit down. Yeah. Come on. All right,
He's 3 years old today. He's 3 years old today. He's got the key in the door. He's never been 3 years old before. Boom, boom.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks.
Now, Terry, I've got a message from Jane Asher, who made this wonderful cake.
Terrific.
And she says, "Dear Terry," no, sorry, it's Jane Asher. "Dear Terry, I tried very hard to think of a symbol to sum up the show, but all that kept coming into my head was rabbit, 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 rabbit."
Jane, that's really nice. Thank you.
Hello?
Will you? For some reason, I always associate that with the opposition trying to get me. Anyway, 1 rabbit left.
Nice.
Lovely. Thank you, Jane. Thank you very much for the thought, Jane. That's a great surprise as well. Very, very kind. Now, Gran, it's your 3rd birthday.
Yeah.
Last Friday. Does it seem like 3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, are you still enjoying doing it?
Oh, yeah, it's gone so quickly, isn't it?
I mean, I've only been there 2 years, and it's flown, I mean,
Well, get off then.
like that. I will. But it's amazing. I think because you work at such a pace, week in, week out, I mean, suddenly you think, I'm 3 years older. Oh, my God.
Yeah?
A few more grey hairs, but apart from that.
Is it still fun to do, though? Because, I mean, you're losing Angie, aren't you? And, I mean, there's a possibility kind of that the old crew will all slowly back away.
I don't think so. I mean, like, most of us are still going to be here. And it's such good fun. I don't think any of us would be, like, renew our contracts if we didn't have such fun doing it.
I mean, they asked me to take over the Queen Vic, but I wouldn't live with him.
Thanks for getting it.
Very good. Well done, Michael.
Well, Letitia, it's been tough for you, hasn't it? I mean, it's been tough for all of us. We've been drained of all emotion for the last 3 years.
Violins.
Yeah, but it has been. I mean, there you are, caught between Ange and Den, mother an alcoholic. Now she's on the booze again.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Would you live with a mother who was an alcoholic and a father who was a womanizer?
no.
But I think she's coped with it very well. She's grown up now.
Yeah.
She's got herself a little boyfriend.
That's right.
Yes.
It's a bit strange going. It's a bit of a twist, isn't it? Going out with a curate.
Well, I think it... Shut up, Virginia. No, I think this, it probably does happen in real life, otherwise it wouldn't be in the programme. But I think it's more that he cares about her and she's got affection kind of thing.
Yeah, Den doesn't like him, though, does he? But Den doesn't like much.
Absolutely.
No.
She's his little girl, isn't it?
He likes a mirror. Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike the actor, who's brilliant. I mean, that's the awful thing of confusing
You
reality
leapt
and
in very
fiction.
quickly there. Just a bit too quickly. You put the old foot in it there,
I borrowed
Michael.
the suit from
Yeah,
you.
yeah. He'll kill you. Leslie will kill you when you get back there.
He'll make my life hell. But that's the wonderful thing, the division between reality and fiction, the way it crosses over. But, I mean, you know, Den has got no time for anyone except a mirror. On the face, not the hair. But he's very good. I mean, he's amazing out in the street, but people still think he's that same single-minded man. It's really
Of course.
interesting.
I mean,
Don't
you
talk
must...
with your mouth full, Terry.
Her.
Yeah, he's scoffing them.
I
want
can't
one.
resist. You can have a bunny as well.
Do you want to share one with me?
Is it a boy or
You've
a
had a
girl?
hard time too, haven't you?
She has had a bit of an hard time.
has.
She's
We
been
start
through it, yeah.
start with her pregnant. Now she was Harry Preggers again, then she had the abortion.
Yeah.
I think, oh, Lofty, is she going to turn into... I think Shell is going to turn into something rather nasty.
I don't think so. I think she's going to start smiling for once, actually.
Yeah, but look,
I mean,
Hallelujah.
poor old Lofty. Poor old Lofty's been left high and dry.
Oh, no, it's a shame, isn't it? Poor thing. I mean, when I read the scripts, I thought, oh, God, they're going to hate me. Really going to hate. But, I mean, you know, I enjoy playing her because she's such a contrast. I mean, I have such a laugh at work. And as soon as I leave work, I've such, you know, I've got a really good sort of personal life.
Yeah.
And
I think we should
I
go
didn't
into
mean
that
it
one
like
soon.
that. I didn't mean it like that. But what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So sort of go in and play something that's completely away from
Yeah,
what I
opposite
do.
the character. What about you, Gillian? Now, what about your personal life? How is that?
My personal life?
Yes, please. Could we please go into that in some
As
detail?
Kath or Jill?
Well, Kath, we know what kind of a personal life Kath has.
She doesn't have one.
Right. What, with Nick
the-
Berry, do you mean?
With the knitting machine. and
Oh, with the
all
knitting machine, my personal... With the knitting machine? Yes, this is true. This is what my whole personal life revolves around, that knitting machine.
It does, well, it seems to.
I mean, it's well. I mean, personally, myself, I can't even cast on, so, you know, that's what I'm left with. But the knitting machine is wonderful for Kath. I mean,
yeah,
it's great.
but you're stuck with old Pete. Pete's not the most attractive, is he?
How could you say that? When he's dressed up like that cowboy with that hat on...
I was
oh,
just going to
I'd be
say,
ready for
that
him.
cowboy hat, got to be a big mistake.
Well...
And the mock Burberry scarf and everything. Come on, he's not every girl's
We're not
idea.
here to bitch about people,
You know what
Terry.
they say about them with big hats,
I'd
don't
like
you?
you to badmouth. Can you not badmouth a few of the characters?
No,
No,
we'll leave that to the newspapers.
Oh,
they
yeah,
do enough
and they
of
do that, don't they?
do that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Have
but
fun doing that.
that's obviously, that's a question that has to be asked. That's tough. You come out of nowhere, suddenly you're a national face, and equally suddenly your private life, or what it purports to be a private life, is all over the papers. That's hard to take.
I
Well,
think
if I'd have, I won't say it. Go on, Michael. Keep getting
I was
into
going
it.
to say, I think nobody minds responsible reporting, Terry. I think that's the nature of journalism. But I think where we get upset, not for ourselves, because we're there, we accept the firing line, but our families, our lovers, our friends. Where you actually get annoyed is where distortion replaces fact. And sadly, because it's printed, people only believe and remember that. And that seems to me totally unnatural and uncivilised in a civilised society.
We're all in favour of constructive criticism, but bitchiness is another thing. I mean,
Sue
that's...
and I had a lovely story once. We were walking down an Elstree corridor, and this woman, don't know who she was, and she suddenly, like, we heard behind her back, she went, "Strikes me you've got to have big boobs and a bad skin to get on in this profession." Do you remember that, Sue?
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember it.
That's because they don't think you're real people.
Blow up dolls.
No, they don't. It's a shame.
No, they just think you're an image.
The
So they-
papers do. I mean, they think that the public do too, but that's a myth.
But
The
you see,
public can tell the difference between fantasy and reality, but the media tends to think that they can't.
Yeah.
It's the awful thing. It seems to be a British disease that the press have, which is they love to build up the underdog and then take great delight in knocking him down. Now, every other country in the world that I know says, brilliant, you've got it, we want to have the same, not we want to take it away from you. And it seems to me that if you have newspapers that feed on that, you make people actually believe that is the only way to live. And if that man doesn't stop shooting me, that man from the newspapers. But no, it seems to me that everything is being blown out of all proportion. And what you've got to get back to is that we all do our job, we love doing our jobs, the same as you do, but we actually have a private life which we want respect.
well,
We've got 4 minutes left, Michael.
Oh, shut up.
That's true. Well, I tell you what, since when we have 4 minutes is a long time in television, for goodness sake, it's a lifetime. Well, let's have a look at, you know the way people have been watching EastEnders for ages, and they don't realise that over 3 years, it's actually changed. Let's have a look at perhaps the very first scene in the opening episode coming up. We were just saying, who was Reg Cox's agent? Because that's got to be.
Struggled for that
I mean, imagine I got your partner in new series that's starting, and he's lying in the chair. He's never been seen again.
You know, the only thing that's aged in that shot was Arthur's anorak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone looks so different, don't
Yeah. Forget about the balloons, lads, will you? We'll live with them.
But you know, Terry, seeing that shot reminds me that, I mean, I actually came into the show a year after it started, and I was a great fan. And so suddenly to get into the show that I was a great fan of was like amazing. It was like, I thought, hang on, this isn't real. And I got there. And my first day there, in this massive green room that sort of resembles a hospital waiting room with armchairs, suddenly in came this woman. Well, sort of a cloud of cigarette smoke came in first.
Yeah.
And I sat there on my own and went, morning. Oh, morning, nice to see you. What part do you play? I said, I'm playing Colin, the gay graphic. Well, you sort of look like Colin. You're gay, sort of, well, nearly gay, you know. And I told June today, I said, I'm doing, oh, wow. Oh, what a lovely man. Touch his knee for me. But it was amazing to suddenly be faced with June Brown, and then Gretchen came in. But
Well, Gretchen can still get a leg up behind her ears, you know.
Yeah, as a dancer.
Yeah, she's a great hopper.
Can you do an impersonation of that?
Well, I could. My impersonation of Gretchen is this. I'm going to stand up, boys. Gretchen came in, again on my first day, and she came in, she went, oh. I said, morning. She went, is it? Are you new? I said, yeah. She went, you'll enjoy this job. It's like being shot out of a cannon backwards. You never know where you're going to end up. Good morning.
Has it, do you think, changed your lives? Apart from the fame, has it changed your lives in any way?
Only that we don't have as much time, I think, to do other things. But apart from that, not really, has
You have
it?
to make appointments to go and see your mum, do you know what I mean? You have to make, like, write in your diary, yes, I will come and see you Tuesday, Mum, I promise.
Do you get people coming up to you in the street and saying, here, I think you're treating Lofty badly? I mean...
Yeah, sort of first thing in the morning, you're sort of filling your car up with a tank of petrol, and all of a sudden you get someone tapping on the shoulder, how could you do it to him? And I go, oh, what? You know, I was sort of looking like...
It's like when Sharon went on the pill. I was walking in Tesco's with my mum, and these two old women came up to me, and they went, yeah, you shouldn't go on the pill, you know, it's bad for you. And that's the sort of effect that it has, you know what I mean?
Yeah, extraordinary. Yeah.
I'm fascinated by that, weren't you, Terry?
Well, no, I'm somewhat distracted by yet another balloon going over me here.
It puts you off birthdays, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all part and parcel. I hope that you'll enjoy my cake with me, because we are celebrating our third birthday all together. I wish you many, many more happy birthdays and continued success. It's been an enormous success.
And you, Terry.
I hope it'll get bigger and bigger for you.
Thanks,
Thank you to all my guests from EastEnders. That's Susan and Michael, Letitia and Gillian.